Welcome everyone to the Raven Rolls. I am the DM for this afternoon, and we will be playing the Harbinger beta playtest. The name of this adventure is Shadows over Voidhaven. It's a combination of the Harbinger setting with Shadows over Drift Chapel adventure kit. Both Harbinger and Shadows over Drift Chapel are products of Absolute Tabletop. You can find them on Facebook or absolutetabletop.com. They have lots of different products and supplements and stuff, different settings. And I will now for our players. We'll start off with Scott.
Oh, hey everybody! It's me, Scott from Heroic Studios Gaming. Also, Hero HEERO 170 on Twitch. You guys might know me from Maximum Apocalypse, the game that I made, and am really close to getting center print. So, Maximum Apocalypse is a D100 post-apocalyptic game. So, if you like, the end of the world, come check out my stuff. But today, I am playing Mero Cooley, who is a drift runner, in the Harbinger setting. So, yeah.
All right. Yes. Check out Maximum Apocalypse. Great setting, great system. I'll be in one of your games this weekend.
Oh, yeah. There's 3 this weekend. So there'll be, if you guys go to my stream channel, that's what you'll see basically all weekend.
I'll provide a link later down in the comments.
Cool.
Hey guys, this is Bill. I'm going to continue this hero theme because I run heroically inclined. I can even say my own stream name. We do Twitch every other Tuesday. It will be this Tuesday. My D&D campaign, Shattered Lands, of which Paul and you will meet soon, Dave, are in. I also create these shirts. I'm really planning on, but this is one of them on Amazon. Just search Amazon or Heroically Inclined, and you will come across a few of my designs. Kind of just a side fun thing I've been doing. Today I'm going to be playing Kepler. He is a treader, just kind of never play a fighter, so I decided today I'm going to go damage and fighting ability and slinging guns around, so it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to switch my name to add heroically so people can know how to spell it. Thanks a lot for running this game here, Paul.
Well, don't thank me yet. And last but not least,
hi, I'm David L. Weaver. I'm an artist, and I really don't have anything to plug at the moment, except for my Facebook page, which is public, and you can go check out my artwork, which is David L. Weaver 18 or some crap like that. If you see this face and see this background behind me, without these pictures on the side, that's me. I am playing right now in this particular game, Tricks. I'm not for kids. Don't go there. As well as his fateful companion, Frosty Flakes. Yes, it's a cereal theme. Ta-da! He is a mechanist necrotechnician. And I'm doing this a little something different than in the past. I've played with this particular class before. Love it to death. Most of my other guys have been like weapons and all this other stuff. This guy is hardly any weapons at all and all armor and minions. And I'll be playing in Scott's game tomorrow at the right at the same time. And as Bill said, I'll be playing his game next Tuesday. Go for it.
Yes, thank you very much. And so your pilot, what's your pilot's name on your ship? Nobody?
I mean, is it not me?
Well, there's a reason.
Oh,
You
okay.
can have more than one pilot, but the current
Sure. I mean, I'm definitely the navigator. Like that. I'm just gonna throw that out there, guys. Like, I'm probably the navigator.
so we have
But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not.
we have Ben. We'll go with
Ben
with two
that's-
N's. That's
Okay, that's better. It's like Ben. That's a terrible name.
And that's supposed to be Benny.
Oh, Benny. Sorry, Benny with a double N-I.
Ah,
So Benny, you hear
we
over
just call him Dublin.
Dublin? Benny Dublin O'Leary. There we go. So you hear over the you guys are you're in a fight with a skrug raidboat, and you're just taking hits. Marrow and Tricks, you're trying to keep the place the ship from falling apart. You're not really managing to do that. It's as soon as you fix one thing, two more systems break down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Kepler, you're trying your best to help them out, I guess, or man the weapons, I guess. You're manning the weapons, it's a losing battle. And then over the intercom you hear, we took a direct hit from the skrug raid boat. Spectre's offline. We're leaking Astra. We need to set the void ship down. I found a moon. I think it's coming. I can't get the name on it, but I'm going to try to land it. And your ship is just hurtling through space towards a small asteroid of a moon. And basically, they're on the remote orbit of the Titan known as Bastion. There lies an asteroid-sized moon. The locals call it home, but to others, it is called Voidhaven. Voidhaven isn't a destination, but an unwelcome detour. Its picturesque, acidic rivers winding through the harsh, overgrown landscape. Within the foliage, you can find all manner of beasts, from the savage krysliks to the crawling blue vines, to the moldgolem, to the dread crocodile, and the vengeful gaunts. Luckily, there's a safe haven, relatively speaking, beneath the fever-ridden swamp. Beneath the fever-ridden swamp lies a formerly long-forgotten structure that the locals have repurposed into a makeshift outpost. It even has all the amenities that one could desire. Oh, sure. It has a supply shop, a chemist, and labyrinth corridors. But most importantly, it has a bar. And that wasn't a joke on my character. So, come stay a while and enjoy the many sights, sounds, and splendors of Voidhaven. And fine print, Voidhaven, its mayor and citizens are not responsible for any damage or loss to your person or property. And have a nice day. So this structure exists. There's holes and broken floors and ceilings and walls, but they managed to make a nice little outpost of this place. Well, I guess nice is also relatively speaking. Mm-hmm. There's a large opening, big enough for most void ships to fly in, and Ben is coming in hot, and he finds an open area that doesn't have anything else in it, and it looks like it's right near the entrance. It is the entrance where it is. Looks like there might be another ship further in, but you come in. He comes, starts careening in, and comes to a stop. And everyone roll a dex check for me.
Oh, natural 20.
14.
All right. Tricks, you remember to strap yourself in when you were working on the stuff. You're not a Voidborn, are you?
I'm Moonborn, actually.
That's why you probably were strapped in case you lost gravity and stuff. You're a smart guy.
artificial.
I mean, I am Voidborn, and the whole the fact that we're making planetfall really annoys the hell out of me anyway. Gosh, I guess if we have to land, I mean, why? We could just float in space, but it's fine. But yeah, so it's fine. But I got a 14. So.
All right, you're fine. You're wedged in a few in a bulkhead. So
I mean, I have a grav harness, so I can adjust my own gravity as necessary anyway.
perfect. Kepler.
I mean, I do have grav boots. Does that help me at all?
Did you remember to have them on when you were in your ship? Probably not.
Probably not. I rolled a 4, so that's a 9.
So you were on the guns. Were you in the cockpit, or are the guns in a separate area?
I see it kind of like the guns are their own separate kind of turret, so that you kind of get an ability to like swivel around and get some better angles.
Yeah, there's like the physical guns that require like people to control them, and then there's like the like at the computer station in the command center, the command deck, and just being like and like the the automated things are happening.
Yes. But I don't trust those as well as I do the physical. Like my own eyes
controlling
are
it physically
better.
would obviously be way better for you.
Yeah, you guys wish you had the Millennium Falcon. This is like a scaled down, lower quality ship.
Yeah, I mean it's not
Lower
it's
quality
not
than the
normal.
Millennium Falcon. Not saying, but like that ship was low quality. Sorry.
Well, you guys, yeah, that's the whole point. So yeah, you're in a turret, and you sort of fall out, but good thing it's not that high up, and you only take 1 point of damage as you fall down ungracefully.
Cool.
All right, everything. There are sparkings. There's Astra leaking. There's venting.
Yeah, I was trying to stop it,
The
but
lights
I
are
couldn't.
flashing.
Was that like yellow Astra? Is that what it is? I'm just trying to get my hand. This is my first time playing Harbinger.
It was a different color. Red.
I think it's yellow, right, for manipulating like gravity and stuff.
Yeah, yellow would be for the gravity, but that's probably all colors be leaking in different areas.
Oh,
Probably in the guns there'd be some red
big
Astra.
rainbow up in the ship. Got it.
Yeah, different. Think of you have conduits. So this one is leaking red.
I didn't think I took a hit of miasma earlier, but I must have.
Actually, where you are, there's some green. I think green is where's the yellow? Yellow. So yeah, you're in the engine room. There's some yellow Astra venting. That's primarily for propulsion. Tricks. There's some green Astra. You were trying to work on. You were trying to work on the shields, it's not just the shields. It's basically the green Astra keeps the ship structurally sound in space. Because if you didn't have green Astra doing that, there's probably lots of holes in the ship.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it.
Right. So
as you look up, and there's a rag sticking in one of the holes.
but right now there is no.
Right, it's all leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
Our ship's like holy and crashing. Got it.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Did he successfully stop the ship, or is it just going to keep crashing?
Oh, no, you crashed. That was a crash land.
Okay, yeah,
well,
we crashed.
Sorry.
So
You can walk away, so it's a good landing, I guess.
Okay. It was a controlled crash, essentially.
Yeah.
It's one of Ben's better ones, I say.
Yeah.
Speaking of, have we seen Ben?
I could go check on him, I guess.
So, does my baromech have voice modulation?
I don't think, unless they changed it, I don't think they talk, but sure, go ahead. Let it talk.
It looks at me and says, "That's great."
That's not going to get old at all.
I'm going to make my slow, long-bodied way down the corridors to check the cockpit command center to see if Benny is still alive. Do I need to roll for that, or do I just do it?
Oh, yeah. So you walk into the cockpit.
He's muted.
Am I muted? No.
I think you were, but you're not
Oh.
now.
You're good now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see the light sometimes if I turn too far this way. It's the beak in
Is
the
it
way.
is it the mask?
So you make your way crawling over a few things that have fallen out, like some crates or that wall should not be on the ground, but okay.
Yeah, bulkhead has come down here or there. I get it. We crashed.
Yeah, you squeeze your way into the cockpit and you see Ben. You call out to him. He doesn't answer. You get to the front and looks like there's this long pole that came in right through the screen, right into his chest.
I guess this ship has been thoroughly washed.
What? They killed Benny.
I think it was the crash that killed Benny.
Oh.
So Benny killed Benny. Well, you can blame it on the skrug, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, I said that we should have Mero fly, but maybe it's a good thing we did not.
I mean, I'm happy I wasn't sitting here. I just kind of lightly touch on the pole and go, yeah, that I don't think I would have come back from that.
Nope. Definitely not.
Then I suppose we should take a look around and make sure we have a place to rest for the night.
You hear a voice on your whisperlinks on the general channel. Hello? Anyone survive that? Hello?
Beep beep. Yeah, we're here. Who are you?
You may call me Cordell Warwick. I'm the mayor of Voidtown. You okay? We have a fixer coming by. Was called in. A medic.
Yeah,
Hope
more
everything's
like
okay.
we more like need a mourner than a medic.
What is a mourner?
I don't know. I read about it somewhere.
Oh,
Then we probably need one.
Actually, no. That's all right. I have an idea.
So you need help, or you don't? I don't think our medic can.
We need no. Don't worry about the medic. Maybe somebody that does repair or.
Oh yeah.
Why don't we just go check out this town? I think that if they've got the supply chain, I might be able to patch this thing together over time. You and I together, I think, could put this thing back together.
That'll work. Give me a minute with Benny.
Okay. I'm like at this one. I think that Mero is like used to Trix's like weird stuff with dead bodies, so I'm just gonna be like, sure, like walk away, climbing back over what I gotta climb back over, and etc.
As long as he doesn't make a gaunt out of Benny.
Yeah, as long as I don't have like
fine.
a servitor Benny following us everywhere, we're probably okay.
I'm not saying that.
You doing that thing again with the with Benny now?
What?
He's
still
body.
usable.
You know how he gets finding the dead stuff. He's got to do stuff with it.
His idea of reusing things is sometimes you just have to throw things away.
Listen, I've been in space for a long time, and I mean, I do understand, and I like that he's thinking everything has a use, and recycling everything is definitely how you survive. But
I'm more of the reduce things, not the reusing.
sure. So your kind reduces, and then our kind brings it back. That's how it works. This is the cycle of life.
Very nice. Okay, I suppose it works. You know, someone has to deal with my mess.
Yeah, and I guess we let him do it.
Maybe we look around, see if this town is really as hospitable as they seem.
I mean, they have a mayor, so they've obviously got a government structure, and they did look like they had a port, so they probably have supply chains.
You hear a voice on the whisperlinks. Hello? The name's Jenny. I'm a fixer. This is a little tough, but yeah, I can possibly help you out. You want to open up, or do you want me to cut my way in?
Have we been talking on the public channel this whole damn time?
No. You guys are probably on the private channel.
I'm pretty sure we're on our own private channel because, like,
Talking about doing things. Yeah.
the dead bodies and stuff. Like, listen, from what
the
I
mayor,
understand, you described us as like mercenaries, and being that we're like level 8, I feel like we're like not noob mercenaries. So I don't think we'd be talking on like. That's fine.
Mayor, I'm still here. You didn't.
You didn't turn off. You guys are still on the general channel. Everyone in this town has heard you now, and you're listening.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I am so glad I did not talk about taking over the town. But
yeah, it's this time. Remember that one time?
Oh man. Oh, 1 second. Yes, Jenny, I'll open the door. Okay. Here. He'll walk over and hit the thing, and it probably at first like sputters and sparks and doesn't work. So you like
it probably opens like a little bit
yeah.
and like sticks, that kind of thing.
He'll grab hold and start prying it open. What's the name of our ship?
Oh, since I forgot to ask you, I actually have a name for it. No, I repurposed that name. You don't have a name anymore. So what would you like it called?
Oh, Jenny, welcome to the nameless ship.
Yeah, we call it the Nameless.
I mean, really, we just forgot to paint the name on it. Benny had some name, but now it doesn't matter. So it's the name.
Yeah, but the name that he had was ridiculous and used numbers for letters.
I was like, what was wrong with Patches?
That was the old ship. You remember?
Oh, that's right.
Blew up on the north moon of whatever that planet was.
Patches got patched a while ago.
Yeah. I thought you repurposed some of the parts, but
I did.
Maybe that was
that could be.
And by parts, I meant crew. This is all in my private whisper link. See, because I wear a helmet, so this is the other side to it, guys. I have a big helmet that I wear with like a bunch of dangling cables and stuff, like dreadlocks. So, like, think of like almost like the Predator mask with a bunch of dreadlocks and stuff coming out of it.
Nice.
But it's more like a regular mask. But that's what I'm getting at. So like I think that like for me personally, if I don't want people to hear me, I'm pretty sure that I can make it so that people don't hear me, so that only the whisper link works. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I'm assuming that there's like, if I talk quiet enough, the helmet blocks it, so it's like people outside.
It gives that Judge Dredd look.
Yeah, exactly.
He is the law.
Yeah, I am the law. The void
yes.
law.
Come on in, Jenny. We'd love some help.
All right, so you see this woman sort of. It's just a climb in. It the ramp doesn't actually go all the way to the bottom. And you see, she has white hair. She has dark, almost like deep dark black skin, but she has white eyes, and there's she has tattoos covering her whole skin, and they glow. They have a white glow. Like not a faint white glow about them, and she goes. The name's I said Jenny, but I'll change that now to Jenny because it was Jenny. So yeah, the name's Jenny Barrett. You can call me Glitch. I'm the proprietor of the Spectral Raven. I have some supplies, so I can repair a few things.
Is the Spectral Raven a shop, or is it some kind of inn?
No, it's a shop. If you want if you're looking for the chrysalis tentacle, if you want a drink.
Your parts that you have, I assume you have ship parts. How much do these cost? How much will your assistance here cost us?
Oh, well, it's going to take me a while. It's not so much parts, like replacement parts. I have supplies that could be repurposed into parts. I think I'm going to look it over. I can send you an estimate, at least to get it space worthy. I don't know if that's
Yeah. I feel like that's probably the best option, because after that we can find a port or something that specializes in ship repairs. So whatever you can do to get us off the ground, I think would be acceptable.
okay. Is your Spectre online?
Is our Spectre online? You probably got muted again. Your light just suddenly went off. Yeah.
Last thing Benny said before he died was that the Spectre's offline.
No.
You mind if I remove it, take it back to my shop? I need to get it. Once I get that working, diagnostics and initial repairs might be easier with it online.
So, I mean, based on our previous missions, anything that we were doing before this crash, was it super illegal in places that were maybe forbidden?
Not here.
Okay. So, like, if she had our most recent log, it wouldn't look like we were up to any real illegal business, but...
Oh, no, the Spectre won't have... well, she could probably access, but
Right.
how well of...
I'm not suggesting that we're necessarily criminals. I'm just saying, as being mercenaries, we might have done some things that were slightly illegal.
Well, you know that if you had anything on your ship systems, they'd be stored in the Lorian vials that you could remove. Everything else, like you could remove your past locations and any communications that you may have recorded.
Mm-hmm.
You can remove all that. So it's just, if she gets it all working, it's only ship functions that are that she has access to. So yeah, you can grab a few Lorian vials out of the on your
Do I
way
need to
out.
make a tech roll for that, or is that just the thing I know how to do?
If you don't know how to do that, you're in the wrong line of work.
I mean, I assume that. I mean, like, to be fair, just FYI, with the scour lenses, I have like a 20 plus 20 to my roll, so...
Oh, I'll get you to make some rolls.
Okay.
That is like...
I mean, maybe not plus 20, but like I think if I read it correctly, it's actually probably like plus like 16. So
let's put it this way: Lorian vials, for the most part, especially on your ship, Kepler could have taken them out.
Yeah, that's what I like. I vaguely remember reading that when I was reading the beta rules, that they're basically just like thumb drives, but they're like special, things.
Yeah, it's I think like glass tubes.
Yeah, it's like glass tubes, and then well, the Astra that holds data, that kind of thing.
Yeah, green Astra, and I'll just say there's metal contacts with a little port at the bottom, and you stick it in the green Astra goes back and forth, and
so they're thumb drives. I get it.
Ginny gives you directions to where her shop is, and she gets to work in removing the Spectre, unless you choose to.
Where's the Spectre located? Because I'm personally working on Benny.
Kepler would have almost the minute she started talking to Marrow about various functions in the Spectre, he'd be like, Trix, how are you coming along? Because we have a repair on board the ship.
Benny will be up and functioning here soon.
Hurry up, please.
Could you grab that red jumpsuit for me?
Really?
Yeah. You know I put them all in this in a red jumpsuit.
I hate the red jumpsuits. Okay.
There's no reason it's red, is it?
It's
just happened to be a random color.
Yeah. There's no reason.
Nobody else is wearing a red jumpsuit, right?
Nope.
No. I'm probably actually, because I have a hood, right? I feel like I'm wearing like a cloak, kind of just like weirdly a cloak. Spacefarer wearing a cloak. It's a thing.
So
Kepler will go to
The closet.
there's like a storage bin, and there's like just 20 red jumpsuits in there, just like all neatly folded and ready to go. And he pulls one out and just kind of like tucks it under his arm and casually walks past Jenny and Marrow towards the cockpit.
So you hand
There
out
you
that.
go.
Does anyone watch Jenny as she
Oh yeah,
removes the
Yes.
spectre?
yes, very closely.
So yeah, you see her. You're watching to see if she knows what she's doing. This is a good chance. It's not like she can break it. You know, she's like trying to remove one of the connections to the spectre. I'll say the spectre sconce in your engine room. There's the main housing for it, and then there's probably little ones around the ship that it'll just light up, and you see a spectral face in green Astra appear on different parts of the ship, usually the cockpit or some main area. So she's removing it, and her tools slip. She swears, and those tattoos just start glowing a little more, and it's a little tough. You haven't removed it. You probably never removed it. It probably came with the ship as it was. So she's starts cutting with the Astra tool, the connections on it, and pulls it out. It's like, okay, I got it out. I'll give me a few hours. Let's see what, so I can see what condition it's in, and then I'll let you know. I got your comm channels. I'll send you. Should I send you a private message?
Yeah, you can
I'll call
send it to me. It's fine. Don't send it to Kepler. He wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Your name?
Marrow.
Meryl, like a bone.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Meryl. Yeah, she gives you coordinates to her place. If any of you are hurt, you can go see Isis Greaves. She's at the Astra infusion. She might be able to heal up anything. She has some supplies too if you need any little chemical stuff, I guess.
Menders or whatever.
Yeah, she'll have menders and other things like that.
All right.
She may not have the actual menders, but she'll have at least the cartridges, I think, there. I don't know. She understands that better than me. And but if you want, the chrysalis tentacle, you probably want to drink.
Yeah.
After a crash like that. Well,
Who wouldn't want to drink?
some of this damage looks. Are you taking? You took some damage up in there. You were in a void ship fight.
Yeah, we got attacked.
Well, this one looks like you took some pulsar cannon. Oh, I noticed one of the damage on the outside was a carbonic harpoon.
Yeah.
Anything we should be worried about?
Yeah.
Would you like? Maybe you want to talk to the mayor. Let him know.
That's probably a good idea. I mean, I was already thinking, like, these guys that were chasing us, whoever they were, they didn't, like, follow us to the planet. Like,
well,
if we destroyed them, then that's great. Great. Good on us.
Well, you never checked. It's Kepler might. Kepler probably knows. He's the one who was doing a lot of the shooting, so he would have to know where the enemy was. You weren't really looking.
No,
outside.
I was doing ship stuff. Like, I get it.
Well, actually, you might have been looking outside. There might have been an opening.
Big hole.
Yeah,
Like,
big hole that the green
whoops.
the Astra was. The shields were put up against the barriers.
You want me did I see if we destroyed the other ship, or did you want?
You
Kepler
have
to
no
do it?
idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I have an idea?
Yeah.
You guys know that you were fighting Skrug. It was a Skrug raid boat. So that's why they have pulsar cannons in the carbonic harpoons, because they like to shoot in, bring the two ships together and come aboard and scavenge what they can and then go back to their ship. Even though the carbonic harpoon did hit you, they never got it good enough. You managed to you Astra tooled it off. So you have a big harpoon head, I guess.
Sounds accurate.
Yeah.
That's useful.
It could be. Well, maybe you could use it to put on the front of your ship or something. Let's say you guys have access to enough glint to do most. You guys won't be able to fix the ship up perfectly, because who has a perfectly well-kept ship? But to get it space-worthy...
So that we can at least get it to somewhere where they can do more intense repairs, or we can maybe do another job to get the money to do some more intense repairs. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, you guys have enough to keep yourselves going. It's just, this is not where you're going to get everything. It's time consuming to repair. Yeah. They might be able to fix it up to what you consider minimum. Well, no, they're space worthy than what you want is a minimum. Yeah,
but it may just take us where everyone else is at. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Well, space worthy doesn't mean you have a working weapon system.
No, we can get into space and fly to the nearest
and not die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so shields and propulsion, those are what you need. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting from this backwater moon.
So you've been so far. Yeah, her conversation with you has been. Yep, Meryl. Yep, just very short answers. Should we be worried? Probably. Right. All right then. Thank you very much. And she takes the spectre with her.
At one point, he probably looks at her and says, "You know why? Because I'm Meryl."
Yeah. Your initial vibe from her, she seemed pretty competent in what she was doing. Probably on par with you, if not. You don't know if she was better. You didn't see a lot of work done, so you don't know if she's better or worse. But at least close enough to what you were. Yeah, she seemed as trustworthy as you could. You didn't seem that she seemed like really into her work, and she wanted to help you guys out. So. So yeah, she heads off and. Trix, how was your little science experiment going?
So I managed to cut Benny off the pole and reattach him back together, probably with a plate of some sort, a console of some sort, some buttons here and there, some power cabling. Eventually I get him to the point of workability, and then I put him in the red jumpsuit and reach over and grab one of those the silver astronaut dome hats. I plop that on top of him, and and the red suit's got the gloves and got the thing, and then I write on him with the marker or something like that, Benny number 2.
Yeah, so this is gonna literally be weekend at Benny's. I see this happening.
Meanwhile,
all right, come on, Benny, let's go.
Walk around with a little radio on her shoulder, and Benny. Oh, God.
Weekend at Benny's. Okay. Weekend with Benny. Weekend with Benny.
Yeah, weekend with this. This whole stream needs to be renamed to Weekend with Benny.
Mero, after being with that, I need a drink. Let us extract ourselves from this wonderful ship.
Yeah. Just gonna grab my tools and stuff, my pack and everything, and I assume that we have a landing pack, the stuff that we just keep with us just in case we need it when we're visiting a planet or whatever. That's the kind of stuff I'm grabbing.
Are you bringing everything on your character sheet essentially?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna bring a breather, obviously, and a rope. I
assume the breather's part of your helmet.
Yeah, for sure. Right,
and it's always on for you, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm definitely bringing my weapons and my arc tool. So I mean, that's everything for me. I don't know. Yeah,
this is a small backwater town. If this was the Wild West, you would have your your gun on your hip and stuff
Well,
like that.
so I always have the gun on my hip, the light pistol, because it is my family heirloom. It's like my thing. It's like my family's like thing. So I mean, the short blade I could easily leave behind, I guess. But like the carbine, I specifically had it collapsible and stuff so that I could carry it with me everywhere.
You could have. There's no problem. You could have the.
Right. But the pistol, because it became the heirloom, because it became my background thing. Like there's no reason why my character wouldn't just have it with him all the time.
You could walk around with all your weapons. Like this is, as far as you can tell, they haven't said any. Like,
I mean, they're not dangerous. I'm not worried about them. I'm just like, I don't want to leave my gun behind on my ship and then like come back later and someone has robbed our ship and I'm like, my family heirloom. Like that's not going to be a thing.
So if you're not bringing something specific, I know you guys. If you want to leave your carbine, you just leave your carbine. If you want to take it with you, you haven't been given any restrictions yet.
Yeah, for sure.
They could say, no weapons, or stuff like that. Or you get to the bar, leave your weapons by the door. You don't know that yet. Ooh, yeah. Hold on, let me make some notes here. And Trix, are you bringing all your companions?
Oh yeah, so Trix is going along with Benny number 2.
Yeah.
Benny number 2, and then as he's going along, he grabs a pack and straps it to Benny number 2, so he can carry stuff, in case we need extra stuff.
I see what's going on here.
And then Frosty Flakes, he looks at Frosty Flakes and, all right, let's go. And he looks at Trix and says, and just nods. So
there you go.
So it's kind of so Frosty Flakes is going to be in between Benny and Trix. So
this is for you guys. This is a normal occurrence.
Yeah, this is every day.
This is a Friday. It's a Friday with Trix.
I mean, we don't know what day of the week is here on this backwater moon, but yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, probably if we have individual rooms on the ship, little cubby holes and whatnot. Trix has got all kinds of little toys and stuff like that, little figurines and little things that he's made, and he's got little banners that says "These are our friends," and stuff like that. Care Bears, that kind of stuff.
So you have a collection of other companions, is what you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So you're leaving those on the ship.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're permanent. They guard over.
Please tell me you have like a stuffed animal strapped to your backpack or something.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. And presently being worked on to make a bear like the bear from the movie AI.
Well, I was thinking you have a white rabbit or what used to be strapped to your backpack. That's Trix. No.
No. Remember, I'm not for kids.
Oh, okay. So a tiger then? No. All right.
No, that's Frosty Flakes.
Okay. A captain with a blue hat. Never. Okay. No. So you guys head out. So you guys are all going to head to the.
Chrysalis tentacle.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Chrysalis tentacle.
Yep. Well, that's what I wrote down. And there's nobody else out here that you can see right now. Like wherever the mayor was, if he was here, he's not here any longer.
I assumed he was back in town. I felt like if somebody could just come to our ship that fast, we must be very close to town.
Oh, essentially there. So there was like a ruined structure, maybe at one point carved out of like a cliffside or something, and a big opening. It probably wasn't originally that big, but it is now, and that's where the ship came in, and that's where the hangar is, or at least where you parked your ship. And yeah, it's big enough for a few ships. There's a few walls taken down either purposely or over the time. and then there's like corridors off, and
So this is all kind of underground city.
I wouldn't say at this point it's so much underground. Like it's still this part here is probably further up, but there might be subterranean structures further down. But this is still above ground, but in a partially inside of a cliff face.
Got it.
Yeah.
Alien planet needs alien lifestyles. Got it.
It's probably left over from the Dominion at some point, 1,000 years ago, give or take. Things are not going to, when they're not kept up and repair and maintained. So
Makes sense.
So how's the atmosphere?
that's a good question.
I don't
Thanks for reminding me. Well, you're right near the outside still because there's a big opening, but as you're moving away over there, it's just the outside is almost like hot and humid, and look, if you pass by the opening, it looks like the outside is very swamp-like, as I was describing before. Some of it has grown into here through openings and stuff, so it is a little. There are pools of water, so it is swamp-like, but with metal, I guess, or whatever structure this was originally. So, but there's like maybe a plant growing out of here or some vines, but this area has been kept relatively free, I guess. So ships could fly in and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, Trix would be more concerned about does it smell like a fart, and as well as the fact of deterioration on undead flesh.
You don't know how
it's a
right
major
now.
concern for you.
Closer to the opening, yes, it's more like that, more swamp-like. As you're moving away, it's a little less right now, but there's closed doors, I guess. So you have to go through one of the corridors. There's probably 5 or 6 different ones. She mentioned, that hers is down corridor that's labeled 6B for some reason. You can see a faded 6B, and you're headed down through 7C to where the crysliks is.
Look at the group. So what are we going to do after drinks? I need more chemicals.
I mean, we could go shopping.
Oh, shopping, gosh.
What? I like shopping.
Yes, shopping, very fun. Yes, let's go look at things, spend a long time, inspect all the resources that they have there, compare. Oh, yes, this one has this ingredient, this one has that.
Yeah, that does sound fun, but
You know,
problem
you
that
got-
I always get into is after we go shopping, then he wants to go visit the local morgue.
Yes.
What?
Because he's continuing shopping.
Then
Nothing wrong with that.
Then he asked me to hold his backpack, and I'm just sitting there with a fuzzy backpack. It's just all right.
So
Drink.
the places,
Hey,
the
that one
places.
moon, my fuzzy backpack were very, very trendy.
Yeah, and at least this time we're getting drinks first, so you can get all kinds of wasted before we go shopping.
Is the bonus.
It's not like usual where we go to the drinks last, right?
Yes.
I figured, y'all had a hard time last mission, so
I may need.
And plus, what?
I may need a drink last too.
Fine. Yes.
Should we tell the mayor about the skugs so close, or get drinks first?
Well, we can probably ask where we can find the mayor so we don't have to just on the public channel start telling him about stuff outside the planet.
That might freak people out like that one moon.
Yeah, like that one time that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
Okay. Well, The Chrysalis tentacle, then, they hopefully will have information about where this mare could be found.
So you head over to using the directions. You see the corridors are wide enough that there's room for more than one person. Some of the corridors, as you get further away from the hangar, there's all manner of people and barrel mechs just walking through the corridors, different side rooms that people see a shop that's selling meat on a stick. It says kravkalash. You have no idea what that is.
I'm tempted to try it. My assumption as a voidborn is that like I grew up basically jumping from spaceport to spaceport. And that's sort of what I envisioned when I read the description of what a voidborn was. And so yeah, this is probably a thing that I do. I don't know what it is, but how much glint is it?
Let's just say it's one glint for a small skewer.
Yeah, I'm totally doing that.
Yeah, the Voidborn essentially they're born in space.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So this an outpost like this is not uncommon. You might have seen more of a more in space or the drift market is very similar to this, minus the swamp tentacle, swamp and vines and all that stuff. But once you get further in, it has the same overall feel. Close knit, lots of people, and this and
hangars with a bunch of ships hanging around. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I should say that now that the as you get into more of the structure, there is still the lingering humidity and wetness to everything, but now you can tell that they have recycled air just going through. That they're almost like, I guess air conditioning is not the right term, but it is like trying to air circulation system, and you get a stench of rotting fish coming through. So it's at least it's not it's mixed in with the swamp smell and stuff. So
crawfish smell, worst ever. I want dead crawfish smell, worst ever.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the skewer of whatever the hell this is, and I'm going to go ahead and try it and see what happens.
All right. Give me a constitution check.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
At advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Oh, cool.
Well, you are a voidborn. I'm going to give you advantage because you're used to...
Right, because I eat random stuff at random spaceports all the time.
Yes.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, that's a 15.
This is actually pretty good. It's a little salty, but otherwise it's quite good. It's probably the best you've had, like street meat that you've had in a while.
Well, it's chewy. I assume it's from some kind of snake-like thing on this planet, but you should try it. It's actually not bad.
You can give me a knowledge nature check to see if you can figure out what it's similar to, or you can figure out something.
Knowledge nature, you say, huh? I don't even know what that is. I assume that's an intelligence-based thing?
Oh, yes. I think there's a knowledge nature in this. I guess.
It's not on our character sheet on the.
Oh, it's not.
Survival?
Or survival.
Sure, give me a survival.
Oh, man.
I guess. What knowledge checks are there? I guess Astra.
There's
tech.
Astra, there's medicine, there's tech, there's lore, but I don't think that's necessarily what you're looking for.
Yeah. And
Or just give me an intelligence check then.
Okay.
Straight up.
Cool. That's a 16.
One moment. I just made that up as
I know, yeah. It's on the fly. I get it. You could totally just give me some random BS about the planet's like animal creatures, and that'd be fine.
It is. I wrote down animals, but none of them seems to work.
I mean, it could literally be anything.
Yeah, no, I know that. I just wanted something a little. Okay, you think it is
Bengal
actually?
tiger.
Let's go with. You're pretty sure that it is. Doesn't taste very fresh, but you think it's actually a krellhawk. So it's chicken.
Okay. It's chicken.
Krellhawk is a small beast. Yeah, it's a little tiny. I'm guessing winged. It has a wing blade, so whatever that. Oh, it says slashing damage with its wings. So whatever this. I just pulled up a random animal, so it's a
That's fine.
krellhawk.
It's a krellhawk derivative. You know, like
Yeah,
whatever.
it's not
the planet's this planet's version of a krellhawk is.
Well, it's not too fresh, so maybe it's imported krellhawk.
Okay, maybe it's important. Well, whatever it is, guys, whatever this is, it's salty chicken. So, if you like your chicken extra salty, it's worth one glint.
Anyone else trying it?
We can keep walking. We don't have to.
I'm a vegetarian or yeah.
Listen, he works with me. He doesn't eat it. That's just sacrilege.
That is too far, you know. you go so far, but Kepler will toss the glint out and.
All right, give me. What are you're Moonborn or?
I'm Voidborn.
Oh, Voidborn. Okay, so give me a
yeah.
con check advantage.
I need new dice. That'd be a 9.
It is the most vile thing you have ever tasted, and you spit it up immediately. Like you spit it out.
It's worse than Space Rat.
He offers you a drink. One glint. Wash it down.
No.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, no. Yes, no. Oh God.
Crab juice.
What you say? Crab juice.
I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Kafka and crunch.
Chrysalis, please. Let's go. Chrysalis. Quick.
You want to wash it down with something a little stronger or a little alcoholic, I guess. So you guys make your way.
Didn't realize we were in the Canadian version of planets. Crab juice. What is this? Some shade at Canadians and their clam juice. Sorry, guys.
I said crab.
I didn't say crab, but in Canada they drink clam juice with stuff. You know,
I
just
guess.
the thing.
I don't.
Yeah. Not all Canadians, I realize, and in certain areas, I guess.
Maybe. Let's see. The two mechanists. You get this feeling you're being watched, but you can't really make out where it's coming from. Like maybe down a corridor or something. You see someone might be looking at you. Then if you make eye contact, they'll look away and dart behind down another corridor or something as you're making your way through.
Weird.
But that's, I guess, normal. People always want to know who the new visitors are.
Tricks don't care.
Yeah, the corridors are a little winding and stuff because it's not in the best of shape. So you're going down corridors, winding around until you make it to, and you see a nice sign. You see a picture that's been painted on a large section of wall, and it's a chrysalis. If you've ever seen a chrysalis, you guys know what. I think I have pictures. Why didn't I open up my pictures? But yeah, so you see a picture of a painted chrysalis on there with tentacles and everything.
Oh, gotta get something to wash this out. Horrible. How do you eat that tomato?
I thought it was pretty good.
Taste what I expect Benny would taste like now.
I'm actually trying to type it up, but I am going to give a tremendous apology for assuming that Canadians that clam juice was a Canadian thing because it was like there's like one province, so I guess it's added to a lot of stuff. I heard I have only been there once, and there was calendar stuff. But it turns out, according to the interwebs, that it was patented in the United States of America in 1938. So apparently
it's on the
we
three of you.
made that. So it's on us.
So this is a kryslisk in all its glory. In case anyone wanted to know what it looked like.
Yeah.
Fun.
They're cute little things, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what it looks like. And the chrysalisks, let me quick check on them in case someone wanted to know. They are large creatures, essentially. Ooh. What's that?
Yep.
All right. So you guys head in, and there's like a big, I forget what the local Harbinger lore vernacular, but we'll say plasteel, transparent steel type of thing window. And you can look in, and there's lots of different people in there as well. So you guys can head into there.
Yes. I need a drink. Kepler would rush in eagerly.
All right.
I go in. No problem.
Yeah.
You head in to the crystal tentacle, and Kepler doesn't notice, but the other two of you notice there is a big, also like glass or whatever, strong, like not just glass, like it's stronger, most likely, wall inside, and it looks like it's not exactly not like an aquarium, not like a fish tank, but it's into a holding pen, and inside looks like there actually is a chrysalisk in here.
Yeah. Trix runs up to it. It's in glass, right?
Yeah, there's so in one of the metal walls there's the glass, strengthened glass wall, and inside is a pen, and there is a chrysalis, but it looks a lot bigger than what you thought it would be. I don't know. Have you ever seen a chrysalis, Trix?
Maybe. I'm rolling up my moon now. And I don't know if do they come from like forested areas or
Let's say sure.
I mean my moon is colossal, so I probably might have run into one anyway. Because
There are forest chrysalisks. I just made that up. So yes.
Why not? There are crystals for every type of terrain.
This one is a little more. The lights are kind of dim inside the area because you saw all those weird glowing eyes. Instead of like a purple black tint to it, it's a little more green. This one, and it looks like eye little things all around, glow around, but it's.
So probably what has happened is Trix saw that and his eyes got big and the group was like, crap, he's probably going to think of how to try to use that in something. But as Trix runs off, and Benny and Frosty Flakes kind of just stand there, and both of them kind of look up. Benny looks up at Frosty Flakes, and Frosty Flakes looks down at Benny, and they just kind of both stare at the party.
Yeah, Kepler hasn't seen any of this. He's headed right for the bar. So, Meryl, you see Trix run over, and there is a sign that says, "Do not tap on the glass." Because why not? It would have.
I mean, so I'm gonna make my way to the bar right next to Kepler, and just be like, "Do you see that blade-legged killer over there?"
I see the bottles back there. They look good. They look tasty. Oh, wow.
And then I point at like the deadly thing in the glass and go, These locals like to live dangerously.
I mean, it's in glass, but wow, I don't think I've seen one so close. I've heard of them.
Yeah, me too.
Crazy moon people. I don't understand them. Like, when you live in a small area, you learn to not try to tie yourself down with such things. But they have so much space. I mean, what else do they do with it? I guess they just throw deadly creatures next to them.
It depends, yeah.
It's no idea.
I mean, the ship that I primarily grew up on, we would have jettisoned something like that into space and hope that it died.
I mean, anyone would have. I mainly was on asteroids for much, mining, but we didn't have space for that type of thing, You want a drink? I'll buy.
Yeah, sure. Apparently, crab juice is popular around here.
Prefer not. I tried that once.
Let's
with
call
something
it
fizzy.
Verbus milk.
Verbus milk? Okay.
You could do an intelligent. Let's just do lore checks.
Lore checks. All right.
Lore check to see if you know what Verbus is.
Oh, not so much. Yeah, I got like a 10, so maybe.
I haven't rolled a double-digit number yet, so let's keep that train going.
I rolled a 6, but I have a +4 because of my intelligence.
You have no idea what a Verbus is. You've never seen one or heard of one. So.
Yep.
Take 3. 3 Verbus milk, please.
Wait,
that's not
Verbus milk the
alcoholic.
crab juice? Yeah, I was just saying, is that the crab juice we're getting at? It's called Verbus milk.
Oh, then no, I don't. Yeah, no.
That's what the guy was offering you instead of crab juice. We'll call it Verbus.
Verbus milk, yeah.
It's not blue. We'll say it's pink.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Whatever looks to be a relatively mid-shelf type alcohol bottle, I'm gonna point at that and go, let's get some of that.
So you have wide range from 1 to 5 glint for.
I have excess glint, so I really don't care. And he's apparently buying my first shot, so I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you spend a 3 glint, so 6 glint if you're just buying 2 drinks.
I'm gonna get 3.
Oh.
So yeah, there we go.
The question is who's going to drink the third one? We don't know yet.
Maybe Kepler doing a second shot. That's all.
It's this is a nice.
Okay, now let's get some real drinks.
All right, this is a nice alcoholic drink. A little, it has a nice kick to it, like initial kick. Well, actually, I'm gonna ask Bill. Tell me about the drink that you just had. Like, describe it, since you'll know this better than me.
So it is. It's got this weird, like, kind of pungent funk to it. I don't know if you've ever had like a super like Jamaican style rum where it's got this like kind of weird funk to it because they like leave it in like vats in the ground to just kind of get all gnarly. Because it's like a swamp area, they use like this swamp vegetation that is growing somehow in this acid to then distill out. So it comes out this like, it's a very light green color, but yet it's got this weird kind of funk to it. But it's got a nice, like a nice burn, a nice little ethanol burn that, makes it worthwhile. Kepler will slide one over to Marrow and take the first one as a shot, and then kind of sip a little bit on the next one.
All right. Trix, what are you doing? You're staring at this crystallisk.
Yeah, I am trying to examine it and see if how well it is, its conditions as far as, is it healthy? Is it not healthy? Is it, and overall, just, biology stuff, aka I want to make a medicine check.
Want to make a medicine check? Go right ahead.
He wants to know, if I kill it, can I use it?
Yes, that too. Well, if depending, you know. So I rolled an 18 and I have a +9 to my medicine.
Oh, so close. Actually, roll again. Disadvantage. Not that it'll lower your number because you can't. This is a visual exam.
Yeah. I rolled a 14 this time around. So.
Oh, okay. It's hard to tell. Just on a visual inspection. And did you say you know about crysliks?
The forest ones now.
The forested ones.
Because my planet, my planet or my moon that I come from, is a forest / desert, but it's considered a colossal planet or moon. So, and it's abundant in life. So, and it's temperate. So,
it's
and also the dangers are strange beasts in layers. So
you see, it's
You muted yourself.
You muted yourself, dude.
You notice that its exoskeleton is pock-marked a little, but it doesn't look like. It's hard to tell, but you don't think it's fresh pock-marks, so maybe it lived here and it's outside, maybe acidic rain or something. But it looks like they're older, so this is on the large side, larger than any of you've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
This might actually be an older one. It's hard to tell without...
Due to the pock marks, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it's survived a long time. They probably don't survive long in the wild, but it's been kept alive in captivity. So...
absolutely fascinating.
And so your two companions, they're not with you, right?
They eventually come. I mean, after I run it, they kind of process it in their head or whatever the hell they do, and then eventually come join me. So, because I can't remember how far a thingy I can go. Benny, I don't know how far I can be away from Benny.
You just love them so much, I know.
I know, but no, I don't know if it's got a limit.
All of his,
they can be within 60. They got to be within 60 feet of me. So
those all of his creations equally.
Yes, definitely.
As the two of them approach, the chrysalis stirs a bit and looks and turns its head.
Oh yeah,
towards.
I was just reading that.
And yeah, it looks over at you. Its tentacles moving, but that's about it. Then it puts its head back down.
Can I talk to them?
I don't know. Can you?
Well, I mean, I didn't. I'm looking.
I didn't know Mechanist could talk to animals.
Oh, okay.
No. I think you meant to his companions, right?
Oh, yeah. I think they all understand. As far as I know, I don't know about the
Benny.
The Benny, but the barrel mechs. I figure you could control them at least, like talk to them. I didn't think they talk, but you can. I don't care. It's not going to ruin. You can't send it off to have a full conversation.
No. I know. Yeah.
Their intelligence isn't that high.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Speaking of intelligence not being that high, can I look around the bar?
Yeah, you're pretty sure most of them are smarter than the barrel mech. The barrel mech only has 4 intelligence, so. And
yeah, that's an assumption that you're saying I have about the people that live in this town. I'm just saying, in this bar,
what's going on?
Yeah, what's happening?
What are the stats? Is it like I'm just curious on the Thrall Mind. Is it like a gaunt? Or Does it have its own stat?
Oh yeah.
I am just curious for intelligence purposes.
Oh crap. Let's see here. It says human the CR of which cannot exceed a number equal to half of your mechanist level round. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, okay, so it's like so the CR of it is cannot exceed a number equal to half your mechanist level rounded down, so it'd be a 4. And it says your thrall mind has identical statistics to the creature, except that it is also undead and it's immune to poison, exhaustion, and poisoned conditions.
So you said CR4?
Yeah, CR4.
Let's just pull up. Gaunt Risen is CR quarter. I'm not going to make him a channeler.
So the thrall shares my initiative with me. And on your turn, you can mentally command your thrall if it is within 60 feet of you.
Does it say anything about the intelligence? So it's just as smart as it was before?
Yeah, I mean it's okay. Hold on. Okay, so after 24 hours, Benny finally croaks. So, for good.
Yeah.
You decide what action the thrall takes and where it will move, or you can issue a general command such as guarding a specific location.
Oh, goodness. A crysliks has a challenge rating of 4. Well,
Yeah.
Normally they do. Yeah, you know what? Find some stats for it, whatever you want to use. Like in here, you can do Skrug Behemoth, but I don't think he was that strong. Let's say,
But you don't have stats on Benny. What's wrong with you?
okay, that's fine. Well, let's just say he was intelligent. So if, let's assume he can talk. Can they say he can talk? All right, he can.
No,
talk.
I mean it's undead. So
Yeah, he's dead.
yeah.
But he's
Well,
essentially the same. I would say, like, if you wanted to go with stats, like the Skrug Hunter and the Skrug Turge have basically, they're like CR3s.
Yeah.
Pretty decent stats.
Let's say he was Skrug Hunter for the most part.
Yeah, without all those special abilities, but
yeah. Oh yeah, he doesn't have the special ability. He's not going to have that. Let's say he has the sneak attack, the keen hearing, and the weapons, and they're just up his intelligence to 16 at least. Yeah. That should make him a decent pilot, whatever he was before.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it looks over at, actually it doesn't put its head down, it just looks over and starts pacing a bit. Back and forth, almost just walking back and forth while keeping an eye on you and your companions there.
Okay. Can I maybe figure out what it's doing?
You can give me I'll if you want to do an insight check, but go ahead. But disadvantage.
Oh yeah, no. I rolled a 9 and a natural 20. So
maybe once it seems
so 11 is my final.
Yeah, you think maybe it picked up on some of the movement or something, and it's just following. Not many people. There's nobody else staring at it, so maybe it just interested in someone paying attention to it. Okay. That kind of makes sense.
I just turn around and look at the two and say, "Come on, guys, let's go join the crew."
All right, so Meryl, you look around. You see a wide variety of people. Maybe there's some barrel mechs as well. Well, they're not drinking there, but they're like with companions and stuff.
Sure.
There is one that looks so someone's drinking off on the other side of the bar, looking at you at the actual bar here at the counter. his hair is like blue, but it's like such an unnatural shade. Sure, someone could dye it, but yeah, it has an unnatural shade of blue to it. And and you see another guy is heavily into the drink on the other end of the bar, we'll say. And he has some huge scars on his face. He looks like he has lived a long time. He's probably a little bit older than you guys, unless someone here is older. He's probably at least 40s, 50s at the very least, maybe even longer. He looks like he's lived through quite a bit. But you have super perception, so not as good as Trix, but you see
Trix was occupied.
what you see on his sleeve, on his coat.
Mm-hmm.
It's faded, but it looks like he was an oathsworn of some kind for one of the seps.
So I'm going to approach that guy, he being the most detailed character in this whole bar.
Well, there were two guys I gave you.
I know you had blue hair, impossible blue hair person. And then this guy who's older, has scars, some faded marks on his jacket. That's the guy I'm going to go talk to. And I'm just going to step over and say, hey, you know where we might be able to find the mayor?
Do I look like a local?
See, that's what I figured, is that you weren't. So, hello, not local.
Well, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting the mayor.
Some kind of scars you got there.
He doesn't answer.
You and I'm gonna turn. I'm like turning so that my back is like to the bar, like leaning against it, like next to this guy, looking at the krysliks, right? Like, so
you see the kryslisk still pacing back and forth, looking out. No.
So, I think it's a smart idea for them to have such a deadly creature just sort of hanging out in the middle of their bar.
Oh, it's just a kryslisk. It's not like it's a platoon of skrug or something.
Fair. Still, though, death blades for legs, I see.
He taps his empty glass on the bar. The bar tender comes by and fills it up again.
I slap a 3 glint down. I don't know how much his drink cost.
Yeah. So the bartender snatches that up.
Just gonna keep the trend 3.
The bartender doesn't care who's paying.
Yeah,
Somebody
no,
pays.
exactly. I'm just like, we're also not from out of town. We're also from out of town. We crashed, for lack of a better term. Pilot died. Know any pilots?
No. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Saw the oath-sworn markings on your jacket. Thought maybe there was a story there.
Yeah. You have to buy me more drinks before I tell you. And he actually turns over and looks at you now. And so he is he has he does look like a moonborn. He looks like, even though he's lived a hard life, he looks, he doesn't look I guess I view Voidborn as a little more like taller,
Mm-hmm.
skinnier almost, like a belter, I guess. And then the Moonborn are more like those from Earth and stuff. And I guess the Forgeborn a little more still human, but almost like almost like unless they've been through something, almost like perfect skin, perfect eye, everything's like perfect and symmetrical unless something happened to them. Jenny was a Forgeborn. Glitch, she said. Jenny Barrett.
Jenny,
Glitch.
Jenny the Glitch, yeah.
Yeah, Glitch. She's a Forgeborn. This guy here, he's a Moonborn. He actually turns to look at you. It's like
I'm gonna drop 9 glint on the bar there. Yeah, it's 3 more drinks.
What's your name?
Marrow Cooley.
Name's Orson Winter.
Winter, huh? That's that thing that planets have, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I come from a cold moon out mid rim, mid orbit.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I guess you want to know. Yeah, I used to work for the local sept. He gives a name out. You could do what's the name of the sept? It's not one of the main ones. So you can come up with a name.
I don't know. Jeezy creasies. Gosh.
This is how we end up with the nameless ship.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Nameless sept.
sure. He gives the name Uno. There we go. So unknown is Uno.
Okay.
Yeah, Sept Unon out of just past near Ozen, one of the moons. That's one of the main moons, Ozen. Which is Sept Ruldo. Ozen is Sept Ruldo, one of the main ones. Are one of the main septs there.
Well, working for them, so we got you the scars, huh?
Yeah, it was a Ravok. Took the lives of my my outfit, but I managed to survive. That was a long time ago.
I don't know what a Ravok is, so I'm just gonna be like, Merp.
You can do a lore check.
Okay, I can try. That'd be 15.
Sorry, one moment here.
If there's a success on that, if that's a success, then yes, then I'm gonna also assume that the reason I know that is because we have dealt with them too. You know, being experienced mercenaries.
So a Ravok, you probably haven't seen one.
Oh, really?
They are almost like it's a myth. Like some people you may not believe in them. You may believe in them. It's up to you. Essentially,
so he's essentially said that his team was killed off by a snipe.
A dragon, essentially, is what he said. So he said he was attacked by a space dragon. There's no stats for it, but I know they exist in the system. So it's just basically a giant space dragon.
And that's what gave you the scars. That's
well, something did, and if he says it's a Ravok, maybe it was.
I'm just gonna believe him. Yeah.
All right.
Fought a chupacabra out in the woods.
Trix, where are you now? You're headed to the bar? Or are you going to go somewhere else?
No, yeah. Well, I mean, have they moved on? I guess I'll go try to find
We're
us a
still at the
table.
bar. We're still at the far end of the bar now.
I guess they're sitting more like they're at
okay.
the actual bar.
Right.
Sitting
the,
there.
the bar, and then like this guy was like over here, and then there was a blue person over there, and we went that way. Yeah.
Okay. I kind of walk up behind them. What y'all doing, guys?
It's thrilling conversations with much information being exchanged. Very good.
Excellent.
Is that all?
So the chrysalis is old.
Does the chrysalis know where the mayor is?
No, but I'm pretty sure that for the right price, we could probably snag it.
Well,
Who does such a thing? You moon people.
What? It's useful.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say you want the chrysalis?
Yeah, he just said he was going to steal the krysliks.
Yes. Like this cut on my head from falling out of the gun turret. That is useful. Yeah.
I can repair that, you know.
You know, I could shoot you in the leg and you'd probably save you more pain than taking that thing aboard. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So you're not local. How did you get here? And how do you not know a pilot?
I got there were other ships in the hangars, like in different spots, but I'm by myself. I booked passage here.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, passenger.
You guys hear a loud, well, probably not Kepler because he's not very intuitive, but the other two of you hear a banging. So, if you really want to know, I hunt skrug.
Oh, should you tell him?
Ah, Skrug Hunter. See, now we're talking. We were shot down by some skrugs. That's how we got here. Apparently just outside the planet.
And then you hear another bang.
Look over.
You see the chrysalis headbutting the glass.
Trix, what did you do?
What? He wants to come with us.
No, he wants to eat you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Kepler on this one.
I mean, I don't know why he'd want to eat you. You're kind of scrawny. Probably a little tough. But, you know.
Well, you know, it happens. But
Everyone has their preference. All right.
Yeah, like the Krellhawk out there was pretty good, but you hated it.
Oh, no, it's,
bartender,
What? Yeah, it comes over.
you have any green juice?
Green juice.
Yeah.
We got
Planet.
we got pink juice. Oh, you want pick high or low?
Hi.
We have I got a specialty here, and he just starts essentially there's a mini blender because bars have blenders, right, Bill?
sadly, yes.
And a bunch of stuff just starts going in, some green stuff, some of that pink the pink liquid that he pours in, that's the pink milk, and he puts in a glass and puts a little umbrella on it, some
Berberis juice.
and that'll be 5 glint.
Holy crap!
Nobody orders that stuff, so he's going to charge extra for it.
He's like, done. And he gives him 5 glint.
Basically,
You got to charge extra for having used the blender.
Yeah.
there's a 1 glint blender charge.
Yeah, the Astra's not cheap. The Astra energy used to power that. So yeah, you have a smoothie right now. You guys hear the two of you hear a bang and
Well,
and
I think
another
that
strange
Crysliks
noise.
is gonna try to get through that wall if someone doesn't knock it unconscious. Bartender, you have a way to control the beast of death legs.
Control it. It's a docile creature.
It's not
it's
docile
tamed.
now. And I point at it, going like, "Does no one else see that it's trying to break through?" Like,
He looks
what the
over.
shit?
It's fine. That's reinforced transparent steel.
Does it do Star Trek? Transparent aluminum.
Yeah, transparent aluminum. It's reinforced transparent aluminum.
Yes, but has it ever tried this before?
Don't think so. Can't remember.
So it could break through because it's never been tested.
It's been tested. We had barrel mix. That's void ship quality transparent aluminum. That's what they used to make void ships out of.
So how much?
For 5, you already paid for it.
No.
For
I'll
the
pay again. I
transparent
can get you another
aluminum?
one.
No. This one's fine. I'm talking about the critter.
He wants the death monster.
It's not for sale. That's our mascot.
Shame.
It wouldn't be called the chrysalis tentacle if we didn't have a chrysalisk here.
It would just be the tentacle. And that's just a little creepy and a little sexual. It's I don't know.
He just shrugs. And he goes, another person ordered a drink, so he's getting another drink for someone.
Well, if you are interested in our information about the skrugs, we can share it with you.
There's another bang and a crack. And
I look at the guys that I travel with and go, called it.
some people look over there. Some people do look up. Most of the people don't. There's a lot of noise going on. And you see some people walk out.
So, Mero, do we just go and let this thing have its way in here? Or are we going to be like, help defeat this thing?
We could leave and lock the door.
What? I mean, I'm all for a little killing, but that's like
Then we'd have a crew again.
Like, I imagine the only reason why Marrow and Kepler have been with Trix is just because we're mercenaries and he doesn't. We can apparently pay him in dead bodies and he's happy with it.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
and so it's the only reason why we stick with this guy. But otherwise, he is weird.
I've done some pretty shady things in my time, but locking people in with a chryslisk, it's kind of even past me. I mean, I would walk out and let them deal, but not lock them.
Look over and do they have windows?
To the outside, no. Well, there's one to the hallway.
But there's not one to the outside, though.
No, not at this point. And
yeah, you're right. We can't look in and watch what's going on. So that's
well, in the hall, you can go in the hallway and look through the window there. Inside here.
No, we're talking about leaving.
Oh, yeah, you can leave the bar and look inside, but you not like outside of the bar. Yes, looking in.
Yeah.
Yes, but not to the outside. Like into the structure.
Yeah, he was asking if we'd be able to stand outside and watch everybody die.
Yeah.
It's possible. There's another bang and and a louder crack.
Kepler, like, we're not getting paid to fight this thing, so there's no reason to stay here, but...
You might destroy the booze, though.
Right. It might destroy the booze, and if it gets loose, it might just rampage through, and then we'll have to deal with it later somewhere else.
There's a loud bang and a crack, and initiative.
Drawing my weapon as it starts to crack through.
Yeah. Kepler would be too. Like as soon as Marrow basically said, "We're gonna stay and fight it," he's like, "Okay." pulls out his gun, and like grabs this little plate on his back, and it's small to start with, but as he brings it around, it like unfolds itself into
So
like a large shield. Yeah. Until he's got like a boarding shield, and he's got his gun out.
Yeah, I went for my light pistol, but like the same sort of thing would happen if I'd gone for the carbine. It'd be like the small black thing, and then like fold out a piece, crack a thing, a barrel comes out. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I just got a feeling of a clinking sound. Warriors come out and play. Basically, it's like, oh, you want to play? All right, ready to play.
Yep.
Trix would probably push a button on his armor or something and activate his shield protector.
All right, so let's go with. I'm gonna write down initiative. Anyone over 20?
Oh, all right, got to roll.
Yeah, we got to roll.
Not over 20.
It's not Maximum Apocalypse where I have an initiative score that's set in stone.
Maybe I should have done that. That
Yeah.
would've been good.
16 is what I have.
12,
Anyone?
12 for me.
16 as well.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Oh, I can let Kepler go first. He's the fighty type anyway.
Has it broken free yet? Like, is it out of the?
We'll say it started cracking. You got your shields out. You did like a pre-action, and but now it's the start of the round. It hasn't walked out yet.
But there is a big gaping hole in the glass.
Yes.
All right. So Kepler is going to. Which way do I want to go with this? He's going to drop an Astra in there, and his gun will start to kind of glow a reddish hue to it. And he's going to take his shots. I'm going to use both barrels on my shots at this creature.
How does that work now? Is it, you can charge all your weapons or just the one?
So just the one. It's this weapon has Astra.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah.
So
okay. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, just as a second barrel, he just gets to do 2 damage dice. That's
Yeah.
basically how it works.
yeah, but it ups my reload chance.
Yeah, the reload the same with me. Yeah.
All right. So first
I like that little change they made.
first attack is a 21 to hit.
Oh, missed failing by a lot.
I was like, missed it? What? Okay, staying fighting was a bad idea. Let's run.
And then so the second attack, he's also going to what is it called? Use Deadeye on it. So I'll take the -5. So that is a 25 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
So let's see. The first attack is not the best roll. 11, 13 plus 6 is 19 points of damage for the first attack. And 10, 14, 20, 30 points of damage for the second attack. As he pulls out his pistol and just like slugs flying out. Well, I mean, they're not slugs because they use pulsers, so it's like a plasma beam just blasting out from both barrels. Just this large flash of light coming out as he's releasing.
What was the damage again? Because
so I was 30 for the second attack, and the first attack was, I think, like 20, 19, 20.
19 sounds right.
I
Yeah.
think it was 19. Yeah.
Okay.
I built it to do one thing, and this is it.
Okay. You like tear in. Chunk of its exoskeleton just comes off its head, and it's trying to climb. It's climbing out of that thing. But Mero, it's your turn.
So as it's doing the thing, climbing out, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull like my family's signature weapon out. So same thing. It's a double-barreled pistol. It comes out. It's got like ornate writing on it, some strange script, things like that. Has like red glows and blue glows and things. And my shots were not quite as impressive as Kepler's, which makes sense. I had a 14. Wait, sorry, hold on. 16 on the first one, and a 19 on the second one.
They both hit.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so 16 damage for the first shot, and
Sorry, hold on. I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong number. A 16 and a 14.
No. The damage, 16 and a 19 were my attacks.
Oh, yeah, you hit both of them.
Okay.
Sorry.
So then the first set of damage was actually both of them. So I did 16, 32 total damage with both shots. All right, why am I second shot? Sorry, I messed that up. No. So it's this there. So I did. Sorry, I don't know why I was attacking twice. Screwed that up. One attack hit, and it was 16 damage. Is what I did. Yep. Sorry, that's all I did. I was rolling twice. I don't know why I was rolling twice. I was rolling weird.
I put in chat. I forgot that the red Astra only works once, so take 4 damage off of the 49 I did. So I only did 4.
Suddenly it heals.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so you thought you had 2 attacks. You only had the 1.
I don't have the 1 attack. Yeah, I messed that up. That was my bad. So I have 1 attack, and that was my attack.
See, if you had gotten a second gun, if you had a second gun,
gun, that'd be a different story. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Tricks, they've taken out a good chunk of your pet, your future pet.
That's okay.
You just need some meat to work with.
Yes.
As a bonus action, I popped out a sphere. And that happened. There. That's enough turn.
Frosty Flakes activates and steps up, aims, and fires.
All right, roll to hit.
Okay, so 18?
Yep, that hits.
Let's see, ranged 1d8. Ten points of damage as energy fires from its pulsar arm, and it says, "That's great."
All right, what are you doing?
I get to go too.
Well, what was his initiative? Was it the same time as you, or?
Yeah, well, so I need to roll for him too because I thought he went on the same.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah. So he did a thing. He's asking you what now you're doing on your turn.
Oh.
Unless it's how the barrel mech works, I don't know.
I need to reread that. I forgot. Never had one attack before. Yeah, I guess Tricks will.
This is not your first barrel mech.
No, but the other one was
Okay.
a support mech, man. He only did grappling. Yeah, he didn't actually attack. So, I guess Tricks will throw up a sphere void for Kepler. So let's see here. When creature makes ability check ability check.
Okay, you can't put up a spheroid.
Okay.
Because on your turn, you can verbally command your barrel mech companion to move.
Okay, that's
You
what I
also
was.
use a bonus action to verbally command it to attack, dash, disengage, or help. So it's like the artificer's.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah. So you still have an action.
Oh, I have an action. Okay.
Yeah, that was just your bonus action and free action.
Oh, yeah. Sphere voids are bonus action too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Shit, monkey.
I'm okay allowing that. A bonus action, if you can do bonus actions, I see them as easier to do usually. Well, I guess it could be an attack too.
So-
So I will allow you to do another bonus action in place of your main action.
Right, yeah, you're saying he could sacrifice his action to do a bonus action. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's within like normal D&D rules too.
I was just a support unfortunately only does ability checks though, so that won't count as.
No, you'd want to give him like a strike or a sustain or a shield.
Oh, as a okay, yeah. So let's do see, one creature when makes an attack roll, then they can. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna throw up a strike one for Kepler.
And that gives you.
That'll give Kepler an int bonus. It'll give Trix his int bonus to the attack.
Yeah, what's your int bonus?
My int bonus is +3.
Yeah.
So you got a +3 to attack.
Yeah.
All right. So
Because he's our main weapon.
Yeah, the spheroids are pretty cool if you use them right.
Yeah.
you both use spheroids. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I can help with the spheroid understanding because I popped one out myself, but mine's a shield one to protect me.
That's why I got armor. I did my armor for
Because so now I'll have like my armor will jump from 15 to 19.
Yeah.
So.
And mine. Yeah, I think mine's the same.
So Marrow, it starts. It fixates on. Actually, no. You know what? I said it was fixating on Trix. It still is fixating on Trix. So it starts climbing out and heading towards Trix. And yeah. So
can I move to? By the way, I didn't. I mean,
yeah. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of see it coming. It's kind of in the process, kind of moving, and I'm kind of moving back and saying, "Not for kids, not for kids, not for kids, not for kids."
Okay, in that sense, it actually turns to Marrow and goes after Marrow.
Oh man, really? I guess I have no. Yeah, I understand why. Never mind. Yes, of course it went after me.
All right, so I'm gonna. I'm on the wrong page. Just changing pages here. And it'll come at you with its leg blades.
Yep. Then blades of death.
Oh, I rolled bad, but hold on.
My AC's 19 right now.
Oh, kind of find out mine is 18.
I didn't get it. Okay, I didn't get that high, but
then I assumed that as the leg blade came down, it was like the shield was like from my spheroid, like
yeah, it started going towards Trix, and then a sharp turn went towards you, and the leg blades come out and miss.
So I have a really quick question. So Marrow's got his spheroid shield up.
Mm-hmm.
And they stack, like I could use my spheroid and give Marrow.
I think they mentioned they don't stack in
Okay.
D&D terms. They're the same bonus, so they wouldn't stack.
Okay. I was just wondering if I could just throw mine up to give him an extra.
Well, I mean, it's possible. The thing is, they only last for one round. Like they go away.
Yeah. Well, it would just.
Like,
I
mean,
mean,
just be like the one. So we'd have to keep doing it every round to give somebody like if we were protecting like an asset, for example, we had to escort them out. That might be a trick we would pull if that worked.
Yeah.
But it would like be there. We'd have to keep doing it, which means that we have to keep pushing our astrofate up, right? Which means that we eventually get weird shit happening to us. Yeah. So
true.
So Marrow, it comes charging out towards Trix, veers off towards you, leg blades miss, and then a tentacle comes whipping around and just slides off your shield.
Nice.
I rolled a 6 and a 7 on the dice.
Yes.
I don't have that many modifiers to it. So yeah, we're back up to Kepler with his +3.
Question: since I was near Marrow, am I in close? Like, am I in melee range with this thing, or am I like still a little bit further back?
Do you want to be in melee range?
I'd prefer not to be.
then you are about 10. We'll say 10 feet away. Instead of
Okay.
5 feet.
Beautiful. Okay, so in which case then he still has his gun out, glowing nice, bright and red. I'm gonna take 2 more shots using both barrels, and I'm going Deadeye with both shots too, especially because I have an extra +3 to my hits.
I forgot you use Astra as well. I forgot about that.
I had
the
so
weapon,
it's
yeah.
Astra. Okay, so
Everyone did.
which is wild.
so one is only a 13, so that
No,
probably
that's
will
not
miss.
enough.
The next one is a 24. Yeah, a 24 to hit would be that one. So I'm assuming that will hit.
Yep.
So we've got 9, 24 plus 6 is 30 points of damage.
All right. And you can just stop right there.
Now I know how everyone else in my previous D&D campaign felt whenever I attacked things. Like, my minimum was always like 25 damage, and they were like, really?
How would you like to do this?
So I see this thing like kind of scrambling after Marrow, like flying at him, trying to get through those shields, and I just kind of take 2 shots, and one kind of like glances off that carapace, and the next one I just kind of take a little bit more time and take a shot, and it goes like right through one of its eyes and like penetrates in, and kind of like the pulse almost explodes, and much of its head is kind of now caved in and gone from the explosion inside of the pulse beam going off.
Yeah, I wanted to have more fun with it. That was, I call that an elder kryslisk, but I didn't get to have any fun with it. I rolled a 17 now. Just for fun.
Ready? We have one word. Ready? Teamwork.
Teamwork can make the dream work.
So it being at my feet, I even though I know it's dead, I'm going to go ahead and go like 3 more times into it with both barrels, like 6 shots essentially into this thing. Just because that's what I do to make sure it's dead, and it's also standing right next to me.
The bartender comes running up. You killed my baby. Why would you do that?
I mean, your
And
baby
it-
was
over-
trying to kill everyone in the bar.
No, it would.
I know it's like I recognize that it was going after just us specifically, but I'm like, I was trying to kill everyone.
Yeah, by this point, there's still some people running around. A lot of people have left. There actually are a few people still in the bar. They haven't gotten up, including the Winter is still sitting down drinking. He didn't seem to be terribly concerned. And actually, the blue-haired guy is still sitting down drinking as well on the far end of the bar.
As the bartender's on the ground, Trick's kind of looking over. So is it for sale now?
We actually run a pretty profitable disposal company. We could take care of that biohazard you have laying in the front of laying in your bar.
We could waive the fee because of the mess and inconvenience of us killing your creature.
What's okay? You know what, David, you're good with these kind of names. What's a good name for the kryslisk?
Oh, well, you know what's funny about that?
Like, what would Flit call the kryslisk? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, what for Flit crawl the chrysalis? Purple squishy is probably what she would call it. But
Sorry?
purple squishy.
Purple squishy.
I can give you a name though. I've got the alien name thing up. Zoval.
He was already getting ready to name it.
Yeah.
I
I was naming my planet. They didn't have a planet namer or a moon namer, so I went with alien species name. So,
Mhm.
I wanted a cute name.
oh, cute. Oh, okay.
like Fluffy, but it just doesn't look like a Fluffy.
Okay. I don't.
Lady.
Hugs.
Mr. Squigface.
Mr. Squigface.
Squidward. There we go. Mr. Squidward. He killed Mr. Squidward. And then you see some of the locals like who've collected themselves, and you hear Kepler. You know the sound even with a low perception. There's Pulsar. It's charging up, and people are grabbing weapons. I don't think they like that you killed the mascot. Whether it was self-defense or not, I don't think they liked it.
You guys do not want to do that.
Yeah. You really don't. I mean, look at how fast you killed this thing.
One here is still ready and charged. My gun's still glowing red.
I haven't even taken the action to do any of the cool special tech boost stuff to my gun. So like, this is like the thing. Like,
you see, this is a big enough space. There's probably rough. Oh, who was good at? Was anyone good at counting? Was it? No, I'm thinking of a different character.
counting.
Yeah, like getting an idea of how many people in a room. I've made so many characters for this weekend, or talked to people about it. I can't remember now.
I mean, I would assume Marrow is.
Yeah, I think it would be a Marrow spatial awareness kind of combat
because
thing.
his intelligence is higher than mine. So
Rough glance, there's at least 50 people in here. That seem to be. Yeah, this. So you guys have.
I mean, I'm essentially kind of I'm kind of like basically a mechanist rogue. So like this whole time I've been really questioning like the locals and really suspecting people up to no business anyway. So yeah.
So the question is, you guys have there's nobody around you except the bartender.
And Winter.
Winter is a little further. Winter's still drinking at the bar.
He hasn't moved from where we were, and we didn't really move from where he was.
Yeah. So you guys have a chance. You guys want to deal with the mob, like interact with them? We'll use that term. Or do you want to leave? Because they look like they're ready to fight, unless you want to try to talk to them. See, this is where, in all honesty, this is where John, in his Mancer, this was sort of designed more for him, this encounter, because I figured he'd have talking skills and more Astra going around. But it's up to you guys. Do you guys want to stay or go?
I think it is time for us to take our leave.
Yeah.
Trix, you may have to pass on this pit.
fine.
And I'm going to holster my weapon, turn to Winter, and say, "Yeah, so be aware. Skrugs in the atmosphere, or low atmosphere probably by this point." And then I'm going to walk away.
Walk? What I mean, sorry. Your choices are interact or get out of here. There's no in between.
Oh.
It's like, quickly get out of here. They're coming at you. Like there's a mob forming. So you're saying, yeah, okay, put your gun away. Skrugs in the atmosphere. Book it.
If these guys booked out, then I guess I'm by myself. And
You turn around. Yeah, you turn around. Oh shit. Okay, so you make it outside, and you can hear the shouts and scream. People are coming at you. It looks like they want blood.
We don't have any idea where we're going, so we're just gonna run around for a while and see what happens.
Is there doors on the bar?
Yeah, there's like sliding doors on the bar,
Can we
like a Star Trek type thing, older, but yeah, like Star Trek.
Okay, so it's basically you come in and it slides open and you leave. Okay, so it's not. Is there any way to disable that in enough of time, or it's like no, not at all?
Do you have speed skill? Because I said I haven't looked at all the new changes. It's a disadvantage unless you have a way of doing it quickly.
I'll take the disadvantage.
Okay,
Mark, or can I pop up one of my spheroids to help me? or is that too much?
That might be.
Just let me know if it's too much. I won't do it if it's too much.
That might be a bit. You could basically, I would say, you could do an art tool check, intelligence or dex, disadvantage to try to weld the door shut, at least on like the locking mechanism.
Can I assist
when it
him to
opens and shut? The mechanism, the little sensor thing, like
right.
just blow that out.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do the
just break it so that it doesn't open, so they're stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing Kepler tech, then Trix and Meryl. Okay, give me. Oh, this is a good question. You know what? Give me a tech check at disadvantage.
Tech check at disadvantage. But does Mero?
Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, because I have super high tech check. So
yeah, mine's a +9. Tech.
Oh, mine's +10, but that's only because of we were basically the same character, but I have one more intelligence, right?
Yeah. No. What? 2 more intelligence, I think.
Well, yeah, I have a +1 like modifier over yours. You have a +3 modifier and +4, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have similar characters.
Yeah.
No, 18, 19 is the same. You're 18?
No, I'm 16.
He's 16. I am 19.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
either way, can he make a straight roll because of?
The question is
straight roll. Sure.
Straight roll. Okay.
Straight roll.
Well, I rolled a 17. So that would be plus.
Oh, you rolled a 17. Okay, so forget it. I'm not
going 26 or something.
Yeah.
So you figure you know where to shoot it. Kepler probably wouldn't, but the two of you know exactly where to shoot it, and you sever the connection. So it's essentially, you did a pulsar tech check. And you think that'll slow them down a bit. You don't know how long it will, but
do we need to find another ship?
For once, I am regretting not taking Trix's suggestion. Ship, yes, if we could.
Guess
we
we
just
can
want
get
to
out of here.
Grab one and go.
Steal the ship.
I don't really feel like barricading myself in again, like that one moon.
Yeah, that one moon again.
That was fun, though.
Dagobah is the only one I can think of. Just popped up. This is Dagobah. No. So you guys just start running. I guess Kepler was running, and you guys did a quick shot and just started following Kepler. Kepler, give me actually, I'm going to say investigation check.
I thought they took investigation off.
No, it's still there.
I
didn't ask for it. There's no investigation?
No, Matt said he specifically got rid of that because perception.
Perception, I think, is what they were.
Oh, okay. Give me a perception check, Kepler.
That's why I took it.
To me, investigation is you're methodically thinking. That's why it's intelligence. And perception is noticing things.
Go back and read Matt's post. He says they have a long thing about it. He thinks it's perception. Yeah, perception.
Yeah, it's really weird because in the core rules, like almost every time you have investigation as an option, perception is also
an option.
It's like it's so weird.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a redundancy thing, and Matt's like, screw that. We're just doing perception. So
all right.
It's part of the reason why there's only one, like perception is used so much in Maximum Apocalypse for very much the same reason. Like I originally had like 3 different skills for it, and then I was like, these are all the same.
Yeah.
I viewed it more like a research methodical.
Yeah.
But sure, perception check is fine.
I mean, I think the whole goal is the lesser skills these days.
Oh, I agree with that. I just use some builds I make that are intelligence based that want investigation. Like in Bill's game that we're in, he's intelligence based, not wisdom based. My character.
Yeah, I mean,
but okay, what did you get, Bill?
I was rolling something.
Yeah, you're rolling.
He's rolling perception. That was the whole
Perception.
discussion. The whole discussion
Sorry.
we've been having right now.
Yeah,
My-
started.
This is all about
Oh,
you,
wow.
Bill. This is all
Yeah.
about
19.
you.
19.
Oh,
Awesome.
hey, there you go.
The shooting
I
guy.
rolled double digits.
All right, so you want to head back to the hangar, try to get back to the hangar, or are you going to go a different route?
I'm assuming we're heading to take a ship, so we'd head towards a hangar that we saw. Sorry, my son came out of the room and needed me to figure out something, so I had
You unplugged yourself.
I muted and I had one ear, and then I was focusing on him. So
All right, so yeah, you're heading back to which way you think is the hangar. Are you going to stop by any place? Are you going to stop by Glitch's place, or are you going to like?
I mean,
you're going to go. Are you going straight for the hangar? No stopping for anything.
sadly, I think that's kind of the way he'd go. Is just let's just grab a ship and get out. Like we don't care if the nameless ship is ours anymore if we take another one. So
That's part of the reason why I grabbed my bag of stuff. Because, like, I'm sure there are other things on the ship that we like and try to use, but at this point,
That's your
it's
collection.
yeah.
Tricks can always build a new one.
Yep.
Which he's probably done several times before. So with this group, so this is probably nameless ship, probably 5. if we find one, so probably why we name it the nameless ship.
All right, so you guys start heading towards the hangar, and you're trying to make sure you don't get you get there before they can get out.
As we're running, so can we name this one Bob for once?
I think maybe not having a name has proven not very beneficial in our case. I mean, it's an old Voidborn superstition that you have to have a name for a ship or it's bad luck, but I never subscribed, but maybe there's something to that.
Awesome. We can do B0B.
What is this fascination of letters and number thing?
I don't know.
Moon people.
Yeah, moon people for sure.
So Kepler, you're leading, or you hope you're leading them.
Mm-hmm.
You're leading this little band of this motley crew here, of 5 here, and 5.
Yeah, because there are 2 stragglers, as it were.
No, they were pretty fast.
So you guys make it in, and when you get into the hangar, you see an individual standing off, and he has long. Hold on a second here. Let me make sure I get the right description.
He has blue hair. The one we should have talked to in the first place.
No, not him.
Impossibly blue hair.
Yes.
Could be dyed, but probably not.
It was refined Astra that made his hair that color.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
cool.
Voidborn. Basically, want to make sure. So there's a gentleman standing in the hangar. He has long, like he's like tall and skinny, almost like he has Voidborn qualities to him, but it's the features are a little different than what you may have seen on some Voidborn. His arms, you can see his arms, and they are actually a little hairier than most Voidborn you have. So, and he has a bandana over his head, covering his forehead. But he pulls that off, and there's a third eye underneath his bandana. And up from different like crates and stuff, a collection of individuals, human, skrug, and in between like him. And he says, "You've caused enough problems, the three of you."
Do we know you?
Do we care?
I should introduce myself.
Fair.
Cordell Warwick, mayor of this establishment, this outpost here. And you can see a skrug ship in the hangar right now.
Ah. No offense, Mayor, but your town, how you say, sucks.
Well, it's unfortunate that you won't be visiting us again or leaving.
Oh, well, we'll be leaving. That's a matter of perspective, but we will not be visiting again. You were right on that.
Gun out.
Yeah, right. I mean, obviously. I mean, this guy's like army of like crazy weird people raising up out of the crates, and it's like, yeah, I was already like, click, draw.
Basically, it looks like he is Voidborn, but he has skrug features, especially that third eye. And yeah, there's a combination of different people here, skrug, and that's it, anything in between.
As my two compatriots are slowly pulling out their guns, I go on my armor. Beep beep.
You're muted. Your mouth is moving, but nothing's happening.
I was practicing my ventriloquist skills. I wanted to end this at start ending around 3 to 3:30, but I think this is a good point. If you guys wanted to continue, this is a good spot to end. Or we
second section or something.
Yeah, or we just end it on a cliffhanger, and we see what happens at that point.
I mean, for me, I mean, I've told you several times where I love playing this game system, and I'm immediately have fallen in love with my character. So it's up to the other two guys, but I would and this chemistry with the three of us is like spot on, amazing. So I would like to see the trio adventure continue if possible, but that's up to y'all. So
I'm down to play again. It's a matter of whether we can get all of our schedules to align again.
That would be my only concern. Other than that, like, I'm fine with this. The character is great. System, my opinions of that are good, positive. I have some problems with the character sheet, but that's technical and not related to the game. The game itself is wonderful. I do want to see the final full product of this. So I'm down to play, to keep playing and continue to work this adventure out, and then see what else we can do and what rules we can bend or break. Yeah, cool.
That would be awesome if we continued it as a kind of a.
Yeah, something's going on in this town, right? And I know what this adventure is based off of because I've actually run Shadows over Drift Chapel a few times. So I know what's happening. But at the same time, I don't, because the cool twists of Harbinger have made it slightly different and cool. So that's the thing.
I have run Shadows over Drift Chapel so many times that even my players, and I've made enough change that my players don't know. And to be honest, I started off rolling this as Shadows as closely as possible with I have run Harbinger Shadows over Drift Chapel, and it didn't go well. It was totally random. But I went through. I didn't roll. I rolled a few things, but then I went through and rewrote it with Harbinger lore in mind.
Yeah, for sure. I like
and
it.
then it developed from there.
Yeah.
So there's been changes to Shadows over Drift Chapel, and basically, I figured you guys have read the playtest more than I have. I skimmed over it, looked
Oh,
at it.
okay, well then, yes. Yeah.
So we can spend a few minutes on air if you want. If you guys want to talk about it, things you like about the changes, because I know Bill and David have played it before, and there are big changes that have happened in this version. Besides level 20, the 15 extra levels, and an extra, subclass or specialization, whatever they call it.
I was going to say, I know I'm pushing the idea because I love campaigns, but it would be wonderful to see the progression of these characters in the new,
And I also, what I was going to say is, I've been deciding whether I want to run Harbinger, Scavenger, and DBJ is actually convincing me of Dragon Grin. But with the beta rules out, this might be the setting I'm going to run, even at least a mini campaign or something.
Well, this would be a perfect mini campaign.
Yeah, until I can finish my setting up, which I'm working on. So it might be a mini campaign or like indeterminate amount, but that's my opinion. I said I've looked it over. Like Scott and I were talking about how, like in D&D, if you are a rogue thief, you can't get anything from rogue assassin.
Yeah.
It's you're the only rogue you are is a thief.
Yeah.
Here they flipped it around. You are a mechanist, so you have access to everything. Sure, these specializations are more for the drift runner. These are for the necro technician, but that doesn't mean you can't pick and choose. And I think that works for Harbinger because I see it as a makeshift set. Well, everything's makeshift. The ships are makeshift. The weapons are. So it would make sense that the classes are makeshift. There's no multi-class rules, at least not yet. They might add them, they might not. So they might say, well, you can't multi-class, but you're multi-subclassing. So yeah, a combination of stuff. And as I said, I haven't looked at it. It's you pick all these talents, but they all are balanced, I'm guessing. Yeah. So if you take this one or this one,
more or less,
at second level, or third level, or whatever it is, they're more or less balanced. So, like, do they have progressions on them?
They don't. So they're basically like feats, essentially. Like the talents are basically like feats.
Yeah.
So the base mechanist class, since we have two of them, there's still a lot to them.
Yeah, so
tons of, oh my god.
So they're very similar at their core, right? So we're both like into base and we use like the arc tools. So they're similar that way. But then when it starts getting and spheroids, the spheroids, because that's the base class feature.
Beyond that,
but all of the talents, like you can based on because they did the smart thing of like unlocking it so you can grab talents from whatever subclasses are in the class, then the type of mechanist you are will. Like we have two mechanists and we're drastically different characters, right?
Immensely different.
And so like that, unlike say like two different rangers in the standard set or two different rogues in the standard set of D&D that are basically going to be similar but like some slight differences because of their subclass, we can custom tailor. Yeah, we can custom tailor our mechanist to be the kind of character we want to play.
Yeah.
So like I'm doing like these things where I can like boost tech or like no tech stuff real well or break doors open or crack them, that kind of stuff. And he's like, I'm going to manipulate dead bodies and have like servitors and like we're two different characters. Yeah. We're the same base.
I mean, and what's I mean, and it's totally awesome because like Scott was saying is like, and I've always said this in D&D, a thief is a thief is a thief. You just, put a different clothing on him and, pick maybe a little bit. But no, this idea, I mean, basically, we're the same character class. But no, in D&D terms, he's a thief and I'm a necromancer.
Exactly. These are two totally different things, but it's the same we're the same class.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm looking at it now. like I was looking at one of the splicers things, the craft turrets.
Yeah.
To make it, I'm guessing, for the lack of a better word, balanced, all that is just another weapon.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to go up. It's modified. The AC goes up by intelligence, so it goes up, but there's nothing, at least for a craft turret. The damage and the AC go up by that. I don't know.
Yeah, so the way that they are balanced in some ways, but the thing that makes them balanced is how much time it takes for them. You know, like so some things, like if I'm going to do like Astra alchemy, that's going to take like an hour of time, versus like trying to do like just have a spheroid do a thing. These are like different.
Okay, so if one of you took the stitching beam from the splicer, essentially that is healing.
Yep.
But it, I guess it grants like a regeneration type thing. Whoever's in the heals every round, but it goes up by level. So okay, so some of these, if needed, they do get better.
Right.
So, which is nice. So it's basically adding a new feature to your character, or do any of them change base features?
Nah.
No,
It's like the arc mesh drone is not it's not a spheroid. It's a different thing.
It's a different kind of thing. Yeah.
You got cartridges on one, grenades on another. So I guess it's all adding different aspects to your character.
It's just like I said, it's like feats. The way that they basically play out, the talents are basically like feats, where you now have a new thing that you can do. That's a special thing that you can do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But it's such a good way to do it, in that they could focus on 3 classes. Like, there's only 3 classes in the game, but
well, at least in these playtest rules.
But either way, those 3 classes with these different ways of building them cover the gambit of many D&D classes.
I mean, they basically, with these 3 subclasses and being able to mix and match your talents, you've essentially created 9 different characters that can be created.
Well, I think it's actually still
put a bunch of different variations inside of that to be able to make whatever you want.
That's true.
There is, in a sense, multi-classing within multi-subclassing
within the subclasses.
Which is interesting. So they may not add in true multi-classing. So you because
you're already multi-classing within your class.
I mean,
because you're making the necrotech, if you're focusing on that, is very different than the drift runner.
Oh yeah,
but it's a lot of different pieces you can do. Like the Treader, they had the Reaver and the do you remember what it was, the Stalker or something like that?
The Reaver, Farseer, and Voidstalker, right?
Oh yeah, the new ones. So it looks like they split the Stalker
the old ones
into 2. One that was more Ranger and mysticism. So Explorer with an affinity for pathfinding, survival, and mysticism. That's the Farseeker. And then the Voidstalker focuses more on the assassin aspect. So it's nice how they put the assassin subclass on the fighter this time.
Yeah.
And
which is kind of where I went mostly with mine. But it's like so many times in D&D, right? You want this feature from this subclass,
right?
But mainly you want this one, so you settle with this one. But this feature would make your character concept feel more like what you wanted, and this gives you that ability. You're like, I did pretty much all Voidstalker, but I'm kind of wanted a little bit of a tactical feel to him. He's been doing this for a little while, so I took the tactician from one of the other subclass parts. So it's very customizable.
It's nice. It's
with little effort. That's what I like about like my character in I was about to say the name. No.
A different game. I
was about to say the name of our group name, but in Bill's game, I'll just say Bill's game. Bill's game. I mean, we had to redo my character totally to get the feel, and it's super complex. as far as multi-class and taking this, that, and the other, and there was a lot involved. This is just
it's a lot easier. I think
Yeah.
from what I can see, I like multi-classing in D&D to get the feel that I want.
Oh,
It's very
You have
rare.
to. You have
Uh,
to.
it's rare. Well, the artificer is the only class I'm not multi-classing. Actually, my backup character's level 1 fighter and then artificer, only because for reasons. But
and that's a recent class too, so
Yeah.
they kind of, but any of the older classes, you might basically have to go, oh, crap, I've got to do this to do this, and then do this and do that.
like warlock, I've played warlock sorcerer, warlock bards, warlock fighters, warlock rogue, maybe.
Yeah, you guys didn't even get to see that like this character also has this one weird side effect where he's kind of a warlock. He's got the bolts. He can just bolt stuff. I didn't use it.
Here's the, and people may say, well, blah 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 about D&D, as far as this is, y'all are full of crap. But here's the difference. Okay, and everybody knows it is like you're multi-classing in D&D, stuff like that, and you're moving up slowly. But the straight-born barbarian that's only got the single class is just tearing through crap and is like beefy and stuff. And everybody's like, well, I only got this much. With this kind of concept, everybody moves up at the same time.
Yeah.
And everybody's equal on par, but we all got different stuff.
I don't have to sacrifice certain special, some of my XP to get the multi-class functionality that I was looking for.
Yeah,
it's within my class.
Yeah,
I like it.
Everyone, I found like D&D people. There's some people who complain, well, D&D doesn't do this well, doesn't do this. I don't know how involved you are with a lot of the AppTab products, but I've seen things like, or even though not just AppTab, but the AppTab community. We have Scavenger, which is still their their Kickstarter was back, but they're not finished with the book yet. They've changed some mechanics. Like you don't have skills anymore. You have you don't have proficiencies in skills. You have proficiency in all dex-based skills or all wisdom-based stuff. Iskloft, which Lloyd Collins' Viking-themed setting, has its own changes, its own custom classes as well.
It's own cool skills. They're awesome.
Yeah, Dragon Grin has some nice changes. There's no longer race and sub-race. They have cultures and heritages, which is nice. So you could still be a human, but then your culture, so someone could be a human and someone could be an elf, but you're the same culture, like Drogus, for example. So your characters have some commonality, but their heritage is different. And the stuff that this group is doing, not just the 4 from AbTab, but all like Marquise and I forgot his name, Alexandru, are doing with Scavenger, and stuff that I'm trying to make a few changes in the like mechanic changes. So it's different mechanics, but this is still D&D 5th edition.
Yeah.
But they're changing things. It's like almost D&D is almost like it's still the base, like the vanilla D&D is still a lot of old things legacy stuff that they brought over to make it work. But I like how these changes are making very thoughtful changes to their to the way things are done, the mechanics. Still keeping it's still 5th edition, but they're differentiating themselves from actual D&D.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's just I still play vanilla D&D, and depending on the setting, I'll even play a campaign. Usually it's just one shots, but I prefer these new settings with the new mechanics that breathe like new life and give you something more to it and stuff. So,
I mean, I have. It's not that I don't like fantasy settings. I do like fantasy stuff. I'm a I mean, I was telling my wife all about The Witcher when we were watching the show because I read all the books. Fantasy is not the problem. But what I run into with a lot of D&D games is that it seems to be the same sort of tropes playing themselves out, the same taverns, the same caravans, the same, eventually we'll have low-level monsters because we're low level, so we can't really deal with things that are not low level, that kind of stuff. So it does bore me. So things like this where it's like, let's take a step back. Let's look at the core rules. Let's make something different. And let's make it fun to play. This is cool because it's like Star Wars and Star Trek combined, but it's D&D rules, right? And like a Cryforth, right? I love post-apocalyptic. They were like, hey, let's take that. Let's put it in a serious post-apocalyptic, end of the world setting. And I was like, these things, that's what I like. I like when we do that, and we can modify it enough that we make something that is different and interesting. And even if it's the same old Shadows over Drift Trapple, we're doing it in a different way that is a different kind of concept. Like this in a Star Trek-y type game or Star Wars, because this is what it feels more like. A Star Wars-y type game, there's going to be a lot more of these social interactions. Instead of bunch of warriors walking to the bar with their shields and their swords slung over their back and everyone else's shields and swords, we're pulsar rifles, and we're talking about was it Verbus milk and stuff like that. These different kinds of things that while they could be in a fantasy setting, they feel different because you expect to have these kinds of social interactions, eat the random food on a stick and things like that in a spaceport, right? And you have that feel. And so I think it's a different way of doing it. I really like the way that it's playing out. So my thumbs up to this beta rules. Yeah. They're working out really great. I love it.
Yeah. I know you had a little bit of skepticism when you were making your character, but I did. But
after I started to work with it, I was like, oh, actually, this works really well. I was at first I was like, wait, what's even the point of subclassing if you can just do whatever you want? And then I was like, because I misunderstood what they meant, and then I was reading that on page earlier page, whatever I was saying 14 or whatever, where it clarifies they meant inside of your class. Because I was thinking, why even have classes if you just randomly choose talents, right? Because I misunderstood. I thought you could just choose talents from every class. And then I was reading it. I was like, oh, they mean in the class. Oh, well, now we've taken away one of the things that I dislike about D&D, and that is that it tells me how my character develops. No, now I get to tell the game how my character is developing, and that's cool.
Yeah,
right? That's cool.
Absolutely.
So,
for people who play D&D standard stock, it's weird when you first look at these books because you're like, wait, what? It works how? I get that much freedom? And at times it's there's a lot of looking back and forth to try to figure out what you want to do. But it's once you get the system, once you kind of get the idea of they took all those constraints that you normally build characters in, and they took most of those away. Yeah. And they just go, here, have fun.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed, I didn't notice until John brought it up. We were talking about a character, the origin, which replaces D&D race.
Right.
They actually have different versions of them now, which they didn't have before. They each have 3 legacies. Mm-hmm. So you still have your base Moonborn. These are the basic, not a lot of mechanics, just speed, size, basic stuff. But then the Moonborn has a Sepsworn, which intelligence and charisma, some charisma skills, extra glint. It's almost the legacies are a combination of backgrounds with the subclass, subrace, but the race itself too is there's all mechanics all for the most part in there.
Well, you also get background too. So like Trix is a Moonborn, but he's a Wild Walker urban. I had options for a Wild Walker even. Different terrains, whatnot. They said urban. I'm like, oh hell yeah, Trix is urban for sure. And then my moon is considered, distant or whatever. A distant moon, but it's colossal, whatnot. So the perfect background would be Fringer, and especially of what he does and so on and so forth.
It's nice, the background traits, as they
Yeah,
call
it's a
them.
background trait. So
Right,
that's
yeah.
Just a small little aspect that
Mhm.
you can all make fringers,
right.
and they all have the same little aspect, but it's not a big part of your character. It could be an
Right.
important part, but it's not a huge mechanically. Like the fringer, you dwell on a far-flung fringe of the known orbits, earning a living by any means necessary. You maintain a wide network of friends. Basically,
Friends.
it gives you a small little ability. It's like the background feature,
Yeah.
but not in every single case.
Right.
But it's nice. It's a little add-on. The bulk of it is in your legacy.
Yeah.
Like they took the main race
Yeah.
and the main part of the background, and they all put it into the sub race, the legacy, which is nice. And I looked at all of them, and only 2 of them don't have a primary attack ability: strength, dex, or charisma. I think it was the memory keeper of the Forgeborn is intelligence and wisdom.
Well, I think there's one. I think there's one in each category where it focuses on like something that's like. So I think so. So in each, so there are 3 races, right? Essentially, and one of the options in each of those, the benefits you get are like to something that are not combat related. So like
but
in
Moonborn
charisma, or because the first Moonborn one is that way. I think the second or third Voidborn, and then the third
the
Forgeborn.
Moonborn has the first one has charisma, the second has dex, the third has strength. So the Moonborn is the only one that has all 3. But it's the Voidborn.
No. I think you're looking at the wrong. So the Moonborn characteristics, right? There's the Septborn has intelligence and charisma, the Wildwalker is dex and wisdom, and the Toiler is constitution and strength, right?
Yes, that's what I mean. Those ones each have one of the 3 attack stats.
Well, no, because Septborn is just intelligence and charisma. Those are not combat stats.
Charisma for if you're playing a Mancer.
Oh, I guess.
I was including that in. Sure, you could play a Septborn Treader, and then you don't have any strength or a strength or dex mod. Sure, I was just saying, including charisma as an attack stat, because it's possible. Your character, as an example, you have the Astra bolt. So
I do. So you're right. Once you were like, well, for the Astra stuff, I was like, oh yeah, good point, because that actually is my attack.
Yeah, so there's only 2 classes, 2 legacies: the Insurgent of the Voidborn and the Memory Keeper of the Forgeborn that don't have any of those 3 attack, the 2 primary and the 1 secondary.
Yeah,
the charisma, but it's an interesting way, because most people think D&D is hack and slash. Like, you got to be good at fighting, but you can play a Forgeborn. I always thought to them in the previous editions they were good at strength and intelligence, I think. And right now you can pull up make a memory keeper. Yep. So I would call him more of a skill monkey. I get like an intelligence-based skill monkey with the wisdom. So he's good at scouting. That doesn't mean you can't put in a nice stat into 14 into something, or even a 15, or I don't know if there's other ways of upping stuff, but a 14 is still pretty decent for shooting a gun, a pulsar.
Yeah. So the thing about like the way this plays out, this is my last sort of comment on it. The way that they did this is genius. Like, one of the things about, like, so for those that have never experienced Maximum Apocalypse, one of the things that I wanted to do when you made your character is that you had these different choices, because each choice that you make, depending on your options, gives you a different kind of character that you'll create. Like, if you went with if there's like 10 options for option A and then 10 options for option B, that's 20 different character combinations, right? That you could possibly come up with. And the way that they did it here is they did something similar. It's a numbers game. So based on this alone, there are 9 different like sort of backgrounds or races of your character, and then there's another. I didn't even count, like another 9 or 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like 11 different things there. So automatically, we're starting off. We've got like 99 different base characters without even throwing in the classes and then the freedom. So 16 backgrounds. Okay, so we're talking like more than 100 different characters we can make before we've even started choosing the classes and the subclasses. And because we have the freedom, and because you're free, and when you have your classes, you then have the freedom to custom tailor the character. It's essentially allowed this big ball of people to be able to play this Harbinger game with the D&D rules, but making like having so many options of the character, they make the character what they want to role play. And I think it was a really smart way to do it. It's all a numbers game at that point, and it really is like how many variations can you make, and it allows people to be different every time they play. Even if they stick with some of the same things, they can still be a different character in the end. You know,
it's nice. Like, for example, in your game, the one I'm playing, one of the pre-gens, the one that nobody picked, the veteran.
Yeah.
And looking at it, I part of me still wanted to play him, but I am enjoying my character for reasons. But I looked at him; he doesn't have great stats.
Yeah, he's not the so if you're talking about the pre-gen Al, I've determined that Al is the least popular character because for whatever reason I accidentally made him terrible. And so
I actually like him, and part of me was tempted to play. He's not great at anything, but he has a wide range of stuff. But he had some higher, I can't remember, not just proficiency, but he was
he's skilled. He was skilled in like 4 things, which made him slightly better at 4 different things than everyone else.
And that was part of the reason I liked that he had a wide range of skills, but he was he had a better shot of being. He was better in a few of them. Like he had a few plus 10s, right? Was there anything better than that?
Maybe not. No, I don't think that.
Okay, well, I remember something. It was just I liked.
He's a bit more spread out, and that's sort of the way that he was made. Yeah.
Sure, I went with the character with was it a 70 in guns?
Yeah, well, so if we're talking maximum apocalypse, it's essentially the best to min max that game. Like I'm gonna be real. Like I made a game where min maxing was actually probably the best way to play your character. Because you have roles and you're doing tasks in the certain roles, and so if you have like a really high, like int and and you're a scientist or something, like literally everything you do is going to rely on your int, so you might as well have that as high as possible.
Yeah, as I said, I picked the character. There was reasons, but yes, better the best at being ballistic, better than David's character at shooting stuff. Actually, David's character is better with archery, I think, then, but that's beside the point. It's nice to have a high number of 60, 70 because you're rolling percentage, but
yeah,
it's still that character still has an appeal to him, not to everybody, but it does have an appeal. And even this, I can make a Forge-born memory keeper who I probably make a mechanist. He may not be good at some of the mechanist stuff, but he might be good at some other like he may not be good at combat, but he'd be great as an intelligence-based mechanist. And he can go a little more support spheroids, so and that are intelligence-based, like the attack spheroids can be because they get the bonuses from intelligence. So he does not good at fighting, but everything else he does. There's so much you can do, and I think that breaks the stereotype that D&D is hack and slash.
Yeah.
What this is doing, and that's great because if you're playing a long-term campaign, I would find a character, Forge-born memory keeper, who sucks at combat on his own,
but is really great at throwing up the spheroids or the turrets and things like that, right? So that he could benefit the other players and stuff that they're doing.
Yeah, and he's just like a support character, just working. And I said I like the changes that I've seen in this group, in Absolute Tabletop, like as the group, not the publishing company. Like, well, this is theirs, Scavenger, Iskloft, even Cryfoth, and so much. It breathes new life into the D&D 5th edition mechanics, I guess, which is what I wanted to bring up. Was there anything else? Anything anyone else wanted to say, point out, bring up?
Not right offhand, man. I mean, we pretty much covered it all and beyond.
Okay, well, I'd like to thank anybody who might watch this. But thank you. And support Absolute Tabletop and its members because they have great products.
I already bought the shirt, so that's however much profit for the T-shirt going to Feed America.
Yep. This is also part of ATCONLINE. I said to help Feed America. That's the idea behind this. So
Charity, yeah.
I will make sure all the links are updated to Heroically Inclined, to for Maximum Apocalypse on Scott's channels and everything, and also to ATCONLINE. So thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye. Peace.